Now, this one is a first for me. This storyline and this interrogation is, it's unique. It's a strange one. I think you're going to enjoy it. So let's listen in.
I just want to talk to you about an incident we're investigating. Before I do that, I'm going to I have to advise you of your rights, okay? So I'm going to go over this with you. Do you know where you are right now?
The memorial building?
Correct. Sound like I had the last 4 days. Okay. Can you read right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I know you can read, just read this first line right here out loud for me.
You have the following rights under the United States Constitution.
Okay. The rest of these I'll read out for you. If you have any questions, just ask me, okay? If you need me to clarify something.
Ah, yes. The rights are read.
Okay. Do you understand those rights?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can sign where it says signature there, just stating that Detective Mustard went over your rights and that you understand them. You all right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drink. I'm good. Some water.
Some water? You got the same cough, man. You have a cell phone?
No.
Okay. Are you currently working?
No.
Okay.
Supposedly, I was supposed to start school Monday, but
Okay.
it doesn't look like I'm going to.
Okay.
So, am I just being questioned, or am I like going to be held over like 3 or 4 days?
I'm going to get in all that with you real quick. Just let me get this stuff from you, and I'll answer all those questions for you, okay?
All right.
Good. Tonight, you been drinking tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you think you had to drink tonight?
Moderate, a little bit.
Good little bit.
I mean, I know what's going on, and there ain't nothing you can ask me that.
That you're not going to understand me, and we can have a
idiot or nothing. Like,
Okay.
I know what's going on.
Okay. Well, I just got to ask.
All right.
You taking any medication or anything?
None.
Okay. Yeah. See, I got the same problem you do.
That's it. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I know. Any prescription meds you taking at this time or anything?
None.
Okay. You ever been diagnosed with any mental illness or anything like that?
No.
Okay, you don't see any pink elephants flying around the room or anything like that? Okay. I gotta ask, because some people do. All right. Okay.
I got some change in my pocket. They ain't gonna say I tried to like.
Nah, you get changed, that's no big deal.
Try to like do that funny or nothing.
No, it's fine. Obviously, you know what we're down here to talk to you about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just right now, I'd really just like to get your side of the story on that. You know, exactly what happened that night and why everything went sideways and ended up the way it ended up going.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. I mean, the dude, man, we had a good day, long day. We was over there all day long from like about right before noon. My buddy Sherrod lives across the street. He picked me up about before noon and went and got food, ribs, and I bought some ribs on my food stamp card.
Now, my man ain't too proud to beg at all. He's proudly proclaiming that I use my food stamp card to get ribs. Ribs.
I just called whatever. He, dude had some pork butts who grilled out and smoked, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a long day grilling and fire pit and gathering Christmas trees in people's yards,
right.
Putting them up, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But long story short, end of the night, well, during the day, he had like y'all got like all the stuff from that house that night and everything, right? So in the trash there should be like a weed pipe, like a metal, like a glass weed pipe he had that was broken in that trash can in the kitchen. And so he kind of had an attitude during the day a little bit about that. So, but other than that, everything was good. But he had a little attitude about somebody break. He left in the sink to dry out. And he cleaned it out, left in there. Somebody broke it or whatever in the sink and broke it. But at the end of the night, we was about to leave, making plates to leave and everything. And he didn't like the way I was cutting the burnt part off the butt roast or whatever. But whatever that meat is that he bought, that he smoked, he didn't like the way I was cutting it.
Okay.
So he got mad and snatched the knife out my hand and came around the counter with me with the knife, and I fell towards the door. Long story short, and that little bat was in the corner by the door. Luckily, if not, I'd have been dead. I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. But I fell, and the bat was there, and I struck him one time to get him off me with the knife, and he stumbled back into the living room / dining room area and fell. But for the knife, he dropped the knife as soon as I struck him. He dropped the knife, and I kicked it in the kitchen. And he stumbled in there and fell. And that's when Sherrod turned around and Maurice woke up and, you know what I'm saying, everybody seen the commotion, everybody was ready to run and all that crap. I'm like, man, we fell and Maurice dipped. And Sherrod was looking at him to make sure he was all right. He was getting up, it seemed like his hand was hurt. He never stood all the way up, but he was kind of like on his knees trying to get up, saying, oh, my head, whatever. He was like, man, get the hell out of my house. You still here? So I was like, all right, man, we're trying to make sure you're all right. So we left. I went there to get my rib. I had some ribs and like some aluminum foil, like a half a slab. Got that and a couple beers, and I left. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think much of it. Went home, and I went a couple other places, and I got school. Supposedly I was going to start school Monday, so I just been pretty much hanging out, you know, enjoying myself until that starts. And I've been hanging out with a couple people since then. And my cousin called me it was Sunday, so he called me Sunday night or Monday morning. I got phone calls from everybody, like, man, that dude didn't make it, this and that and other. Man, they want to talk to you. So it took me like a day or two to like realize and actually see on TV what's going on. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, so it took me a day or two to like actually come to my senses and be like this is like not for real. Like, I couldn't believe it really happened. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I called my buddy, and they were like, man, we went in there and talked to him, whatever, Maurice and Rod. Like, man, you need to go talk to him. They want to talk to you. So I'm like, man, I kind of like went to a little bit of a panic, like, man, damn, man, I got to go down there and they're probably going to hold me, this, that, and the other. I'm like, man, I'll call him tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go right now. I'm going to think this through, whatever. So I called Oliver, earlier this afternoon, told him I was going to come in tomorrow evening, and that's what I was going to do, but whatever, I'm here now, and here I am.
Okay. Okay, let me just back up and clarify a couple areas just real quick. Do you know the guy's name that you hit with the bat?
Josh.
Josh.
I don't know his last name.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Josh. How do you know Josh?
Okay, he's like, my friend Sherrod lives right across from him, and he moved there probably 2.5, maybe 3 months ago into the house across the street. So they're like real good buddies. Like, their dogs play together. He's always over there at Sherrod's house, and I mean, we smoke weed. He has like this cool little pipe we all like, so we smoke weed, drink beer, and just hang out. That's it. Come over, we grill, go to his house and grill, or we come over to Sherrod's grill. That's it. That's how I know him. Other than that, I don't know his last name, nothing, but we have a mutual friend, Buck, which I went to high school with.
Okay.
And I went over there one day with him, and I was like, man, we went to Sherrod's house. I'm like, Josh? So we all was over there, and I found out then that he knows him. So I don't know him personally like that, but I see that my friend knows him really good.
Right.
Like,
so you kind of know him through a friend?
Through a friend. It's not, I don't know him real good.
Okay.
But
how many times have you been to his house?
I think that was the second time I actually been inside of his house. That was the second time. Within like 2 weeks.
Okay. And you said, so that day, you said Sherrod picked you up
about before noon. I don't know exact time.
Yeah,
that's before noon.
And then you guys went and bought meat to put on the smoker,
meat, beer, all that.
What was the purpose of the party?
The playoffs, football, NFL.
Football games.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go over there, smoking the meat, doing whatever, hanging out inside, outside. I guess
all day.
And
gathering Christmas trees and everything, man. Like me and Josh is a good dude, man. Like I don't got nothing bad to say about him. Man, we hung out and you know what I'm saying. We went and picked up Christmas trees from like how people throw their Christmas tree out, cut it up and throw it in the fire pit, and like the whole day, everything was all good. Like it was fun. Everything the whole day till like got dark and everything like. But when he had I'm sure y'all got like that bag of shit, like from the kitchen, all that bag of trash in the kitchen.
We collected a lot of stuff.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, long story short, that weed pipe that was in there, that was broken, that was his pipe to like me and Sherrod and him and anybody who came around that was like the big topic, like, man, like Josh got his pipe, man. He called Josh, he come over with the pipe and we smoke weed. So that was Josh's thing. He come over with that pipe, hang out with his dog and whatever. But throughout that day, he had cleaned it out, boiled it in some water to clean it out, whatever, with alcohol and water, and put it in the sink. And there was probably about no more than 10 people at the cookout that day, throughout that, like, as far as neighbors. I don't know him personally, but Josh and Sherrod know him.
Do you know anybody else personally? Who do you know there personally that was at the party that day?
Personally, the only people I know is Sherrod and my cousin Maurice. That's the only two people I know personally. Other than that, the neighbors, I seen one of them, the one that stays directly to the right of Sherrod. I went over there like 2 nights within like a month time, 2, maybe 3 nights within a month time, like late at night, hanging out, drinking and stuff. And other than that, there was like 3 or 4 guys that came over, 5 guys from the neighborhood that I don't know, that Josh and Sherrod know because they live there. But other than that, I don't know anybody else personally.
Okay. So let's go through the course of the day. Everything's fine, the party, whatnot. Gets to be the end of the night. You're going over to cut your
cutting the butt roast.
The butt. Let me ask you this: when you're cutting that butt, and when you're cutting your butt, who's there? Who's in the apartment? Who's in the house? Excuse me, at that time.
Okay. All right. It's me, Sherrod, Josh, and Maurice.
Okay.
Maurice is, from my knowledge, sleep on the couch, like drunk, passed out. That's my cousin, but he don't like hang like me and Sherrod, like hang all the time.
He's not a partier. He doesn't party as much.
I actually got a picture. I don't even have my phone with me, but I actually got a picture I took of him that I was going to post on Facebook and draw some crazy shit on that he was asleep on Josh's couch.
Okay.
And I can show you he was actually asleep. So he was actually like halfway drunk, sleep on Josh's couch.
Okay.
And it was me, Maurice, Sherrod, and Josh. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm cutting the butt roast. So I'm making 2 sandwiches to make a plate because we about to leave. He's like, man, I'm about to go to bed. The game was over. And this is like less than 5 minutes after the game ended. Okay. And I'm going to bed. I got to take my medication, this and the other, so I'm going to bed. So I'm in there cutting the black part off of the smoked part of the butt roast, and he's standing at his counter looking over into the kitchen at me, and like, man,
that little pass through one between.
But throughout the day, there was like jokes being made because he was kind of burning it. So I mean, don't leave that out. There was jokes being made. So by that time, he was like, I was cutting it off, and he was like aggravated and like, man, you cut the best part off, this and that. I mean, I don't know exact words, but to that effect, he was like, man, why you cutting that off, this and that and other, whatever. But he ended up getting mad because I was like acting calm, but I didn't really like react back to him. How he was like aggressive and mad about it. I didn't react, so he got kind of mad. So
now this has got to be a first for me. I don't think I've dealt with a case before where food was the issue. They were getting into it over food.
He snatched the knife out of my hand. No, first he knocked the plate out, and then he snatched the knife out of my hand and came around the little, like, it's like a bar Have y'all been to his house over there? Or at the bar? He came around that bar, and I'm in there, and like when he grabbed it and was coming around, I went for the door. The front door to the left right there, right outside the kitchen. I went for the door. And when I went for the door, I mean, everything happened within less than 10 seconds. It was like all over. Or at the bar, he came around that bar, and I'm in there, and like when he grabbed it and was coming around, I went for the door. The front door to the left right there, right outside the kitchen. I went for the door. And when I went for the door, I mean, everything happened within less than 10 seconds. It was like all over. You know what I'm saying? He came around, and I was going for the door, couldn't get the door, and I kind of like, I didn't fall, but I kind of like just took myself to the ground not to get stabbed by the knife. Like that big knife is like a handle, and it's kind of like a curved blade knife. I'm sure y'all seen it, like a fillet, like point knife.
Okay.
That's the knife that he had.
Okay.
And I kind of like fell to the floor to avoid it, and I fell in the corner by the front door, and there was this now I know that it was just a little short bat, and I didn't know, but when I fell, I just so happened to be that it was there, and I got one swipe with it on the side of his head, and I hit him with it to get him off me with that knife. I hit him one time, and as soon as I hit him, he dropped the knife, and I jumped up, I kicked the knife in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? He stumbled back into the living room / dining room area and fell on the floor. That's when Sherrod turned around. He was like, probably like, I'm going to say like 1, maybe 2 steps outside of the back sliding door. They were going outside to check the fire pit to make sure everything was out and everything. And he like heard the commotion, turned around, and my cousin jumped off the couch. And my cousin Maurice jumped up. As soon as he seen the dude falling, as soon as he seen Josh falling, he ran out the door. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, oh shit, what's going on? And Sherrod turned around like, man, what the f***? Ran up to me, and he grabbed the bat from me. You know what I'm saying? And that was it.
Okay.
It was all less than 10 seconds when everything happened. Man.
Okay.
It happened real quick.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Right-handed. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember if Josh was right-handed or left-handed?
I don't know.
Don't know?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. So when you guys are initially arguing when you're cutting the meat,
The argument.
well, let me argue. He's getting upset that you're cutting the burnt part.
I was calm the entire time.
Okay.
Like, and it seemed like he kind of got a little madder because I was like so calm. Like, I was like, man, are you seriously tripping because of how I'm cutting my meat? You know what I'm saying? He kind of got a little bit madder.
Okay.
And Sherrod was like, man, Josh, man, you just calm down. He's tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Sherrod was like going out the back door to check the fire pit and to make sure the grill and everything was turned off, in and out, and talking, man, y'all. And he stayed arguing me. I'm like, man, dog, you tripping me? You need to calm down, man. I'm like, man, you serious? What's wrong with your boy? Like that type of talk. And I'm cutting the black part. Have you ever smoked any meat before? Okay, it was a butt roast, a butt pork, whatever that shit was, man. But I'm cutting the black part off of it and making like I got 2 buns sitting there, and I'm making 2 sandwiches. And I'm cutting the black part off. So at first, he grabbed the whole butt roast, grabbed it, snatched it, and wrapped up the fork. I'm like, man, you cut off the best part. I'm like, man, I'm like, man, this dude tripping. Like, what's wrong with him? So I'm just calm. Then you put that to the side, and I'm still cutting. I had like a couple pieces that I had cut off of it that's laying right there on my plate. So I took them and like cut that black part off, put them on a thing. He's like, man, I don't know his exact words, but it was something to the effect of, you cutting the best part off. You know what I'm saying? Like this and that and the other. He just got mad. I'm like, man, I know he was already mad because somebody broke that pipe. You probably find in the trash. It's a weed pipe. He was already mad during the day because he left that in the sink drying because he cleaned it and boiled it. Right. And he was already mad. Somebody broke that and he paid a couple $100 for it. So that he was like, man. So I'm sure that was like what amped him up. I'm sure it had to be because me and Josh is cool. Like he was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? We had fun all day. And all of a sudden he just exploded. And I'm cutting the meat and he just snatched the knife out my hand. First he snatched the food, like the bun and the meat. He smashed that, like grabbed it and pushed it in the sink. I'm like, man, what the hell? So I'm like, damn. So then I leaned up and he grabbed the knife out my hand, grabbed that, and he was coming around the corner. So I'm like, shit. I'm gonna lie, man. I was scared as shit. Like I have nowhere to go. I looked. The arrow happened so fast. It was all within like less than 5-7 seconds, all that shit happened. He grabbed the knife, and the way you been in that house, okay, the way that bar was, he was on that outside. He came that way with the knife, and I took like maybe 2 steps towards the door to try to unlock it, and I couldn't. So I fell in the corner, and man, it's like, I don't know if that was like a miracle or grace of God, but there was this little bat laying in the corner, right there in the corner. And like I fell down and I grabbed it, and it's like he was coming at me, like the knife was maybe, I'm laying in the corner, so it had to be maybe like, I don't know how many inches, but like probably about, let me see, about this far, about that far. And that knife, you see that knife, that one with the curve, that's a big ass knife. Okay. So that was maybe about this far from me. Not far, maybe 6, about a foot and a half. He was coming at me with the knife. I didn't know, I don't know, I just felt like this, I don't know, like death, like, I don't know, I can't even explain it to you what I felt, man. Okay. I fell back, that bat was leaning in the corner. And I didn't even know it was a bat until after I hit him. Like I leaned down, grabbed it, and I seen it, and just all happened like just that quick. Like everything happened like 7 seconds. The whole thing from coming around the corner until I hit him and he fell, all of that happened within like 7 seconds, all of that. And I fell, and I seen that. If it wasn't for that bat right there, I'd probably be dead right now. I wouldn't be talking to you right now, like, for real.
Let me do this real quick, just so I let me pull this table and give you a little more room. When you say you go to the ground, can you show me what you mean by going to the ground? All right. You're in the corner here.
All right, so here's that.
Yep.
So when he's on the counter, and he grabbed the knife from me, as soon as he started coming that way, I knew he was coming, I went for the front door. Right. I turned for the front door, and I went over, and I knew I was going to, I looked, and he's like, it's like not even 2 or 3 steps for him to get right there, like a second or two. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell? 2 steps from the kitchen to the front door? What does this dude live in, a cat box?
And I couldn't open it, and he's coming, so I don't know why, but I just, instinct or whatever you may call it, caused me to fall. Like I just
show me when you say
like
fall.
Like purposely, not like nobody pushed me or nothing. Right. And just like seeing him coming with that knife, I went to the ground. Like seeing him coming, and I just went all the way in the corner to the ground. And that bat was right there. And like I felt it, and I just swung, pow, and I hit him.
Okay. Were you completely on the ground? Was your butt on the ground?
My butt wasn't on the ground, but I remember my arm hit it because my wrist was hurting for like a day. So I landed on my wrist, falling. The fall, I landed on my wrist, and when I landed, and he was coming, and I grabbed it and just, pow! I got one swipe with it. That's all I got. He was coming with a knife, and I got one swipe to the side of the knife. Pow! I got one swipe.
Okay,
that's
so
all I got.
You're kind of back like this.
Yeah, I got one swipe.
Okay.
Pow! One swipe with it, and as soon as I hit him, he dropped the knife, and like I got up, and he was like stumbling back. I kicked the knife in the kitchen. He was stumbling back, and Sherrod ran up to me and grabbed it back. Like, man, what the fuck going on? Because he was going out the back door. Like, when he was talking to me, and Sherrod was right there, like, man, y'all need to go outside and handle just go in the backyard and handle this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. He was going to the back door, checking the fire pit, like, thinking it wasn't really nothing, because he had been bitching all, like, half the night towards that point. You know what I'm saying? So, it happened fast, you know what I'm saying? I kicked the knife in the kitchen, and he stumbled like, not even like 2 or 3 steps, and then fell in the living room. And when he fell, that's when Sherrod turned around like, man, what the fuck? And as soon as he fell, Sherrod ran right to me and grabbed it back. Okay. Like, man, what the fuck, man, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, motherfucker came in with a knife. And then he kind of stumbled. He laid on the ground for a second and was like, oh, hollering for his head. And he never stood like up like us, but he was on his knees and like was moaning and shit. And was like, he looked up and saw me and was like, man, get the fuck out of my house. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my head, get out of my house. Like, all right, man, I'm trying to make sure I'm right. You know what I'm saying? So like, all right, we'll leave. I went in the kitchen. I got like it was a full thing with like I have a slab of ribs. I just bought 2 slabs of ribs on my fucking.
You bought the rib. You took the rib.
I bought like 2 slabs on my that EBT card. So I got like a half a slab of ribs I had in there and the full thing. I got them and a beer. And I'm like, all right, boy, you sure you good? So I got by the back door. I even stood there for like, it had to be a couple of minutes because I'm like, man, I didn't want to leave. I'm like, man, fuck. And he was like, oh, my head hollering. Like, oh, he never stood up.
Mm-hmm.
He was on his knees like, oh, my head. And he looked at me for a second time and he was like, man, get the fuck out of my house. You still here? So I'm like, all right, boy, we're trying to make sure you're all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now I left, ran out, and my cousin Maurice was already in his car, like, trying to get the hell on. So I had to basically run out in front of the car. And we hold up. He took me home, and that was it.
Okay.
And then, like, 2 days later, that's when I actually talked to Sherrod and Maurice, and they told me what happened. They said, we will talk to him, this, that, and the other.
Okay. Do me a favor, just have a seat real quick. I'm gonna pull some photographs up from the house just so you can show me so there's no confusion since we're not there right now.
All right.
But let me just print those up.
Okay.
You got water or you need more?
I need a little more.
Okay, give me a second.
Man, I don't know. This guy's a little difficult to read. You know, it seems like there's a lot of truth mixed in with fiction here.
All right. Sorry about that. It takes print, but I'll cooperate with print photos. It's more. Yeah, I'll go through another glass here. That's another picture to pull up, but I want to clarify something with you. So basically, I understand what you're saying. Can you show me again kind of where you were when you swung the bat, how we were doing? Like I said, I'm trying to visualize all this.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
I was all the way down, wasn't doing.
Is your back against the wall?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know if it was a door or the wall. I can't tell you that, I ain't gonna lie. But it was in that corner because the bat was leaning right in the corner by the door right there.
Okay. Where's your left hand? Is it?
My left hand?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I know I fell on my right hand like this.
Okay.
I caught myself with my right hand because like he was coming at, it was less than.
Okay, so he's like this.
I don't know which hand he had it with.
Okay, well we'll assume.
I know it was in the air coming at me.
Okay, we're gonna just for the sake of argument, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna put my right hand
from me. It was coming at me.
Okay, so
And I swung that bat. With one swipe. Pow! I got one swipe to the side of his face like this.
Where did you hit it?
I'm not positive. I don't know for a fact.
Right, where do you think you hit it?
I know it was somewhere like this, either in the ear or the face or the head, somewhere on that side. I think.
Okay, but
bottom.
you're like you said, you're
Right, bottom. Yeah, I'm down like this. I got one swipe. Pow!
Okay.
I got one swipe. As soon as I hit him, the knife dropped. I stood up, take the knife to the kitchen, and he stumbled a few steps back into the living room / dining room area, and it fell. That's when Sherrod I don't know if he was going inside or whatever, but he turned, looked, and ran at me and grabbed the bat from me. And, you know what I'm saying, that was the end of it. The confrontation wasn't no more than 5 seconds, 7 seconds. It was real quick.
Let me clarify this with you. Was he been coming at you? Was he bent over at you? Was he standing straight up with the knife? I mean, how was he? How was he? If I'm him, what was the positioning?
I'm not positive. I don't know if he was bending over or if he was straight up. I'm not sure, man. I just know I was looking at that knife.
Okay.
I seen that knife coming. It had to be less than a foot.
Okay, but it was less than a foot.
It was less than a foot from me coming down like this. So I don't know if it was right or left hand.
No, I'm not worried about
I got one swipe with that bat. Pow! I got one swipe. As soon as I hit him, it dropped. When it dropped, I stood up and kicked it, and I was stepping towards him with it after that.
My man's got that story rehearsed. So he been in the mirror practicing that story. Like one swipe, yeah, kick the knife.
And when that happened, Sherrod came towards me and grabbed the bat. But what's going on? What just happened? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I backed up, and he was on the ground, and then he lay there for like maybe, I don't know how long, a second or two, a couple seconds, and was trying to get up. He never actually stood all the way up while I was there. I didn't stand all the way up. I don't know.
Okay.
So he was trying to get up. He was on his knees and was moaning. Said, "Oh my f***ing head!" And he looked and saw me still standing there. But I know he like, "Man, get the fuck out of my house." So I knew he still said that after he got hit with the bat. So, I mean,
How did you leave the house?
How did I leave? I walked out of the house.
How did you leave the area?
The area? Man, my cousin took me home. He was hauling ass. He was in his car leaving. And I had to like basically not run in front of him, but get him, stop the car. Hey man, hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you said that Josh took the knife from
I
you.
don't know if he told me all that, but I know like it is, man.
Yeah,
My cousin took me.
When you were cutting you're right-handed, correct?
Yeah.
So you're cutting the meat with your right hand.
Yeah.
Okay. If I've got it in my right hand, how does he take the knife from you?
First, no, he didn't take the knife first. First,
No.
he grabbed my food.
No, I don't understand. I'm saying,
Okay.
how did he take the knife from you?
Like, he just grabbed my whole hand. Like, he grabbed my whole hand and just snatched it. And I didn't resist. Like, he grabbed, when he reached and grabbed my sandwich and slammed it, I'm staring like, man, what the fuck? And while I'm thinking about it, he like immediately slammed it and immediately just grabbed the knife right afterward. It was all in like a second or two.
Okay.
And he grabbed my sandwich.
Did he grab it by the blade? Did he grab it by, how did
I don't know. And then he grabbed my hand and just took everything out of my hand. He took the whole knife. I don't know if he grabbed the blade or not. I don't know. He took the knife and then got it right. And I'm like, man, what's up, man? And then he started coming around it's like a little small little area where you can't see. He started coming around the area, so I went for the door. As soon as that happened, I went for the door when he grabbed that.
you recognize that?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the TV area. Yep.
That-
That's the bar area where he was actually leaning over watching me the whole time I'm cutting. He's leaning on this the whole time I'm cutting.
Okay.
The whole time, talking shit like, man, you cutting the best part of
Where are you,
it.
where are you standing?
Okay. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Right there. That's exactly where I'm standing. And he's standing on this side. I don't know if he has elbows or not, but he's standing right there on the outside of the counter, and I'm standing on the inside.
So you have the distance of the bar and the countertop between you and him.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see who can name the actor who that sounds like. I'll give you a hint. He passed like a year or two ago. Really great actor. I love him. And he sounds just like him. Let's see who can name him.
Which is a total of about 4 feet, 5 feet.
Yep.
So he's able to reach 4 or 5 feet.
No, it's not 4 or 5 feet. It's probably like
This average
a foot,
countertop.
maybe a foot from him leaning right here and me sitting here cutting the position.
Look at this bar right there.
Okay,
You see the length of that bar?
Okay, the position he's in and the position I'm in, he maybe had to reach a foot or so to grab the knife out of my hand because this is the area I'm cutting on.
Here's what I want
This is
you to
the area he's
understand.
leaning on, so he had to lean grab maybe like a foot area.
Listen
like
to what
foot
I'm
reach,
saying.
1 foot.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to understand something. The average bar is 12 to 15 feet wide.
15
Right.
inches.
15 inches wide, yeah. Then you got another 24 to 30 inches for the counter.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's where I'm cutting at. So
What I'm saying.
I'm in that area.
Follow me.
Okay.
He's standing over here. We know we're gonna be generous. This bar is
He's
15 inches.
leaning. He's on that area leaning on it.
It's 15 inches.
Okay.
There's another 30 inches the width of the bar.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to reach that far and grab a knife from you. Did it cut your hand or his hand?
No, because he pulled it from me. He pulled it exactly towards him. He grabbed it and kept it.
Too
You know what I'm saying? He grabbed it. When he grabbed, nothing dropped.
Okay.
Like the first swipe was he smacked my sandwich off the plate.
Gotcha. I got
And the
that
second
part.
swipe, he grabbed for the knife. Because I'm like, what the f? He grabbed for the knife. Because I'm like, not even really paying attention. I'm like, man, what the hell?
On a side note, and just because this separate question, just because it's perfect, where's the name come from?
Oh, man. Well, my granddad named me that when I was born in the hospital from what I'm getting.
Okay.
He was born in Spanish. That's just
Okay.
a nickname I had ever since, like, young. And actually, when he first, I'm not gonna lie, when he first grabbed the knife from me, I looked back and I actually looked at them golf clubs. When he first grabbed it from me, like snaps, the first swipe, he smacked my sandwich off the paper plate. Smacked it into the sink, like right there to the side, smacked it in the sink. Then it was like within the same second, the same come back and got the knife from me. And as soon as he got the knife, I looked back and I seen them golf clubs. I'm like, man, what the fuck? So it happened. So all of that happened within less than 10 seconds. The whole incident was over. You know, he grabbed the knife and he was coming around this side, and I went this way for that front door that's right there to the left.
Let me ask you this: why are you going for the front door?
Because I want to get the fuck out of there. He got a knife.
Okay, but I mean, you guys are he's just pissed that you're cutting the shit, or maybe, to me, he's taking a knife from you so he don't fuck with his meat anymore.
I don't know. It's like when he pulled it, and like I don't remember the exact words that was said, but the way he pulled it, and he was just aggressive. I was calm and talking, and it's like the way I was talking to him was pissing him off more because I wasn't arguing back with him.
If he's advancing towards you in this area with a knife, why would you run instead of grabbing the golf clubs?
No, he didn't. He went. When he pulled it, he started coming. So when he started coming, I looked. It happened so quick. Within like less than a second, I went towards the front door. Like the front door is like.
But what stopped you from
maybe 2 or 3 steps?
What stopped you from that time? From grabbing the golf club?
I don't know. I just wanted to get out the door. I went for the door.
Let me tell you this.
I went for the door.
Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. We talked to your cousin. We talked to Farad. We worked the scene, and we looked at the victim. Okay. What you're telling us is portion of the truth. Okay. The reason we know you're telling us portion of the truth because what you're telling us is not lining up with what Farad has told us, with what Maurice has told us, and it's definitely not lining up with what the evidence we see on the victim's head. I understand your logic of you want to come in and you want to give us a good self-defense. All right? You want to give us that. But I can tell you, as long as we've done this, we've been doing this for a long time. What you're telling us is not adding up.
That's what happened, man. He came at me with a knife. I was fighting by the door, trying to get out the front door.
Can you see where you were leaning when you... Front door's to the left.
I don't really recognize that area. I ain't really looking at it.
The front door's right here to the left.
Yeah, that's the box of beer that I actually bought from Total Wine, the 24-pack. So he had a door right there. I went towards the door, and when he came around the corner with the knife, I was headed towards the door, and I couldn't open it in time.
Okay.
There was no, like, as soon as I got, like, trying to reach for it, he was right there, and, like, coming at me. So I kind of, like, I don't know why, but I fell, and luckily, and back was leaning right in the corner. If it wasn't for that bat, I'd be dead right now, man.
Show me this.
If it wasn't for that bat leaning in that corner, that little bat, I'd be dead right now, man.
Show me this.
I'd be dead.
Where did he fall on the ground? Where was he lying?
Okay, I hit him. When I hit him, he was in this area. And I hit him, and he stumbled back. As soon as I hit him, he dropped the knife. I jumped up, and he was stumbling back. I kicked the knife in the kitchen. He stumbled back and fell in this area. He fell right here. He stumbled back a couple steps and fell right there.
So he falls on the carpeted area. Okay.
Yep.
And what is he saying to you after he falls?
I don't know how long it was, but he was moving around, hollering about his head and curtain, and he looked and seen me, that I was the one that he was seeing. I was still standing there, and told me to get the fuck out of his house. He was like, nigga, get the fuck out of my house.
That's my first problem.
Here's the problem, because I want to be straight with you. I mean, Sherrod's your boy, Maurice is your cousin, right? Okay, so those are your friends. They're more your friend than they are Josh's friend. And I know Sherrod's good friends with Josh.
Yeah.
But he's telling us things that aren't adding up to what you're telling us. And I'll tell you, the big thing here is what everyone's telling us is when Josh got hit with the bat, out, dropped, stiff-armed, because he's unconscious like that from that blow. Boom.
You know, when I hit him, he took like, I say 2 steps.
You're not going to have a delayed. You're not going to have a delayed knockout.
When I hit him, he dropped the knife, and then he took like 2 steps right into that carpet area and just fell. Wow. Maybe 2 steps at the most.
Okay, so here's what I'm trying to tell you. You've seen the knockout game on Yahoo, on YouTube. The people walk up and pop people. That little knockout game. You seen that on YouTube?
That fucking.
But people come up sucker punch people.
Yeah.
And people just drop because they're just out. Because when you get sucker punched or hit with something you're not expecting, you just drop. That's what he did.
No,
he just dropped.
No, when I hit him,
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why is Sherrod telling me he drops? That's why I'm confused here. Sherrod tells me he drops, and he literally, even Maurice says, he is locked up because he got hit, and his body, because it's a defense mechanism. That's why your body knocks out like that. Your body realizes it suffered severe trauma. It shuts down to try to drop yourself away from the threat. Your body doesn't function for a minute and then lock up. It's instantaneous. Boom. So as soon as smack, drop, and locked up. Just like you see when a fighter gets knocked out.
That's what I saw him do. I hit him, dropped a knife.
That's what I'm trying to
understand.
understand.
Like a step and a half, 2 steps, and then just fell.
Okay. Next point. Sherrod.
Because Sherrod was by the back door.
I know.
Like,
And he did. He told us that. So that lines up with what he said. Sherrod tells us, one, you weren't hanging around. You just went out the door. Okay. Didn't come over to try to check on him. Didn't do any of that. Just immediately were out of the way and gone. He was never up and conscious. Okay. He was never up and conscious. He wasn't talking. He was conscious. He became conscious again, but was never verbalizing anything. Wasn't saying, "Get the fuck out of my house. My head hurts." None of that was happening. None of that.
That's what I remember him saying. He was trying to get up on his knees and hold his head like, oh, when he looked, he was like, "Get the fuck out of my house." Oh, like holding his head like on my fucking head. I'm like, all right, man, I'm going. And I had a fucking half a slab of ribs in the foil, and I left.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand, like I'm telling you though, that why is your story different than what Sherrod's telling us?
And Maurice.
And Maurice.
And evidence.
Man, y'all know why it's different, man. Because them boys don't want to sit there and say everything they said because they scary, man. Like, when we was talking about it a couple days later, when they called me, like, man, we're going to talk to the people you need to talk to them. Like, man, and it took me a day or two to sink in, or, you know what I'm saying?
And by the way,
they realized all this shit is
they didn't call you a couple days later. They called you the same day.
I don't know. Calling him the same day is significantly different than calling him a few days later. There's a difference there.
Yeah. So
they called you the same
day. It took me a couple of days to realize everything that's going on, and they like distraught. Like, man, they was like just shook.
Okay, so that explains why there's a discrepancy. Why?
Because they don't want to get him totally involved, so they don't have to point out everything that just happened, everything that happened, every point.
Why? That doesn't make any sense. They didn't do nothing wrong.
Man, look, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I was mad because, man, I don't want to put him out there like that.
Listen, you need to tell us the truth.
Yeah, I mean,
you need to tell us the truth. I guarantee you one thing, bro. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna tell us anything that'll make either one of us fall out of this chair. But I can tell you now your story and what you're telling us, based on what everybody else telling us and based on what we can see, because we have crime scene pictures. Mm-hmm. Do you think that someone took the time to go in there and move a knife off the floor after this man is knocked out and everybody coming in there? Didn't happen. And if they did, where is it? Everybody can't.
The knife was on the counter right there.
There's no knife.
Because when we went back in there, I had the bat.
That's the other problem.
Yeah.
You never went back in. We had him. We know.
I didn't go anywhere.
Yes, you did.
Everybody's telling us we're at the door.
Man,
Even the neighbor.
That's not the truth.
Even the neighbor.
That's not the truth.
Okay, but why would they?
Let me ask you this, dude.
Why would trying to get involved? That's pulling out all the details, man.
Now they tell us bits and pieces of the detail. Sherrod is his friend. Mm-hmm. Sherrod is your friend.
Exactly.
Maurice is your cousin. Why would he not want to give all the details?
Because he don't like to be involved in nothing. That's how he is. When he sees something, he gonna say he didn't see nothing, so he don't got to be involved.
So that ain't
that's how he.
Yeah, well, guess what? He came down here and talked to us.
He came down here.
I know he did, but I'm saying that's
so sure that he called you several times in our presence.
Yeah, he called you with him. Listen to the phone call saying, "Boom, you need to come down here. They need to talk to you."
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you, you had a couple of days to get your good story together. All right.
Not about
and listen to me. Listen to me.
Like,
listen to me.
The reality of the situation, like, this is serious.
But what I'm telling you is,
they come and just let me go down here, and you know what I'm saying. This is serious.
So I can tell you, you did a good job in putting a story together.
This is serious.
And that's what you did. You put a story together.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Now, what you need to do, you need to get one of our pens.
That's what happened.
You need one of these pens and get to the end of your story and say the end.
No, man.
So that's what you did. You gave him a good story.
No, man. Dude snatched the knife out my hand while I was cutting and came at me with it.
Look,
Plain and simple.
Let me clarify something then.
Plain and simple.
Here's what I want to. Here's what I don't. And this is just. You can try to explain it. This is the part I have a hard time understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You're involved in an incident with a guy. You leave. Granted, maybe you don't think anything. Maybe you think I cold cocked him. We're out of here. You leave. Later that day, you find out that that man is dead. You know the police want to talk to you because they want to hear about what the hell happened because they're trying to figure out what happened. Sherrod makes himself available. We didn't go find him. Sherrod found us, came here on his own.
Sherrod was like, man, I'm getting out in front of this. So what happened was...
Yeah.
We didn't have to go hunt down Maurice. He called Maurice, said, hey, man, we need you to come in. He said, okay. Came down here and talked to us.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, the guy who supposedly was in fear of his life and defending himself doesn't want to come and tell us his story.
No, it wasn't about that. It was just about the whole situation. Like, y'all got to understand, somebody tell you that somebody died and didn't make it.
I need to clear my name.
This is some shit like I've never been in my life.
I said that.
I ain't gonna fucking lie to y'all. It took me a day or so to come to reality. Like,
But do you understand where he's going though?
What the f?
If I've done this to somebody and I was protecting myself in the act,
Yeah.
the police ain't gotta go find me. They ain't gotta go.
But I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the part about knowing
And
that somebody didn't make it.
okay.
Yeah.
Just that part and saying like, man, it took me a while to come to grips with that. Like straight up.
Well, how long did it take you to
lie.
come to grips on you coming in and telling the police what happened? Do you from a
The honest to God truth, I didn't want to come because I was like, man, I don't want to go talk to them right now. I want to just let me think about this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me come up with
let me think
stories?
about this.
I'm like, man, no. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe this really happened.
Here's the problem you have. We've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
I have never, ever had a plea of self-defense
Mm-hmm.
where we had to go and find a guy, send SWAT teams out after. If I've done something, let's think about it. If I've done something and I feel like I haven't done anything wrong,
I understand where you're coming from, but
stay there.
it had nothing to do with that. It's just the simple
Please.
fact of the whole order of the situation. Like, somebody didn't make it, and
Okay.
I got to go in here and present myself in front of them, and I may not go home.
Yeah, sure.
Regardless of what I tell them, I may not go home. So, I ain't gonna lie, I was shook for the whole situation. Like,
After you
man,
hit this man
it took me a day or two to like, man.
After you hit this man,
I talked to my family, and like, man, I gotta go talk to him. Simple as that.
after you hit him with the bat, or are you defending yourself?
Mhm.
How many times did you pick up the phone and call rescue? Get him some help.
I didn't pick up the phone no time since my rescue.
You just hit a guy that's a friend of yours, and you was defending yourself. You leave him in and out of conscious. He's hurt, and to this day, you still haven't called rescue.
No, Sherrod stayed there.
Okay.
He was trying to get up.
But you didn't mean anything.
I honestly didn't think that he was hurt that seriously where he was going to be.
Well, how he was going to be if he got hit by a
Because he was trying to get up. So I'm like, that was the farthest thing from my mind.
He's your friend, right?
I've seen him a handful of times.
Okay. You've been to his house partying with him.
A couple of times.
Situation that got out of hand.
Yeah.
You get into an argument. He takes a knife. He comes at you. You defend yourself. You hit him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mean to hurt him.
Not
You
at
don't
all.
call the police.
I mean, we had
No,
a good time the whole
talk to
day.
me,
So
talk to
why
me.
would I want to?
Okay. But now, when it's gone bad and it has gotten to this point,
Mm-hmm.
why did you call the police?
Well, the reason I didn't call is because he said, get out of my house, and I thought he was going to be fine.
Well, you need help.
The reason why I didn't because he was moving. He got up and was trying to get up and was like, oh, my head, get the hell out of my house.
You like calling the police on him having a knife on you?
I did. It crossed my mind, but I've never called the police on anybody, and I guess
Do you think that?
I'm the type that don't want to call the police on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never called the police on nobody ever in my life.
Just handle
Not
yourself.
once. Not handle myself. I just don't call the police.
Just take care of yourself.
Not at all. I just never call the police. That's all.
And to other issues we have, okay?
Mhm.
After you hit him, you don't call the police. You don't get him any help.
But I'm saying, though,
Listen to him.
listen, I'd be dead right now. When I fell, luckily that damn bat was leaning in that corner right where I fell, or I'd be dead.
Now,
I'd be dead right now, man.
how long have you known Sherrod?
Probably since like 91 and 1992, somewhere around there.
Tell me this.
I'd be dead right now.
Tell me this.
That bat wasn't leaning there. If it after that was kept anywhere else and there was no bat in that corner where I fell, I'd be dead right now probably, or hanging to my life. Long as that fillet knife was, I'd be badly injured, man.
Why does Sherrod never tells us that Josh came at you with a knife? Never tells us that when Josh fell, that there was a knife anywhere in the play.
Because when he reached over the counter, Sherrod was talking and was out in and out the back door.
Truly talking to him.
Just out loud talking to everybody about trying to put out the fire, making sure the fire pit was out.
Who is everybody? You're saying about there's only 4 y'all in the house.
Okay, well we was talking to me and Josh, trying to see if the fire pit was still out. I don't know his exact words, but he opened the sliding door, looking, walked out there.
Wasn't it more you was telling everything? Wasn't it more you guys to shut up? Or what the fuck are you arguing over goddamn burnt meat for?
See, that's the problem.
I was never arguing with anybody.
Yes, you were.
Basically, you were like, why the fuck you talk? I mean, why are you talking
You was
like
pissed
this?
off at the way he
Yeah,
was.
but I was never arguing. Never did I get
You was
aggressive
pissed
and none of that.
I'm not saying. I'm
You
saying
never
pissed off at the way he was talking
Not
to
at
you.
one time that
Here's my thing. You pissed off at the way he's talking to you.
I didn't get pissed off.
Yes. He wouldn't be dead if you didn't.
I never got pissed off.
here's another good
Never did
question.
I get pissed off.
Here's another question.
He was pissed off
How
because
come-
I didn't
listen,
get mad.
listen to
He
the
was
question.
yelling that raised his voice at me.
Listen to the
It
question.
seemed like that made him madder because staying calm.
Focus a
It's
second.
real, bro.
Focus a second.
I'm focused.
Why then does Maurice, your cousin,
Mm-hmm.
granted he was a little drunk on the couch, never told him he had a knife?
He probably didn't see because he was.
No. I didn't you hear what I said. You never told him he had a knife.
Yeah, I did.
You never told Sherrod he had a knife.
Okay.
I'm telling you
You
what they
never
told
told
us.
either one of these guys that he took the knife from you.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you
Y'all
did
don't
not.
know these dudes, man. They both of them trying to say they didn't see nothing because they don't want to be involved in nothing.
Okay.
Okay, but that's the problem.
Maurice was, I give him that. Maurice was asleep on the couch because I did take pictures of him, like the clown, and we was gonna post it on Facebook because he was asleep or whatever. So he was sleeping and drunk throughout the night on the couch. So he woke up like right when all the commotion was going on and Josh fell. He woke up and ran straight out the door. So he didn't really see anything that happened. All he know is that Josh was falling on the floor.
If
That's all
this
he
is
knew.
my cousin right here, and I see an incident that occurs and a person dies, and I know that my cousin tells me, dude, I had to protect myself. That dude was coming at me with a knife. Guess what I'm going to tell the police when they come talk to me? My cousin told me he had a knife. He had to protect himself. My cousin was just protecting himself.
Man, that man told me straight up. That man said, man, I got too much going on. I'm not getting involved with nothing. I didn't see nothing.
He's
I
involved.
was drunk.
He's involved.
I didn't see nothing. I got up and left when I seen that man falling.
Listen here, bro.
That's it.
I was on the phone with you when he said that.
Okay.
I was on the phone when he called you from our office and
Yeah.
told you that he said.
Yeah.
Okay. Your problem is the story you're telling. Had you told one of them that would have been in your favor.
Had I? Oh, what?
Had you told Maurice or Sherrod the story you're telling us.
Well, I didn't feel ever did I feel a need to have to try to talk to him about anything because they was there. I never tried to talk
What
to
was
him.
the
Let's
conversation?
say this. And
What was the conversation like with
You know what I'm saying? Because we was all there.
What was your and Maurice conversation like on the way home?
Now, that's a really good question. I mean, after an event, most of us just ramble. I mean, I know I'm like that. I mean, if something like that happened with me, but man, I can't believe he did that. Did you see what he did? I can't believe he did that. That's what this should be when we get back. We should hear that.
It was just, man, that's crazy. It was kind of silent. And he was like, man, it's crazy, man, because I don't want to be involved in none of that shit.
It's crazy.
His speech, his exact words that I remember him saying, the one exact words was, man, I ain't see nothing. I woke up, man, I don't know what the hell happened. You know what I'm saying, man? That man came
But
he was like, man, about shit, man, I ain't see nothing though, bro. I ain't getting involved.
Stop right there. If he came at you with a knife and you told Maurice that, why would Maurice tell the police that? Because he know that would help you to be justified in what you did. Why wouldn't he tell the police that you told him that the guy came at you with a knife?
Honestly, that's something you got to ask him because he was crying.
That doesn't make any sense, bro.
Man, it makes plenty of sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
The man was crying and scared and shook. He didn't want to. He didn't want to have to see that.
Because he know you fucked up. This man was bad. Yes.
That man fucked up and tried to kill me with that knife that he took out of my hand while I was cutting. He took it out of my hand while I was cutting.
We looked at him. We were attending his autopsy. We go to the hospital, right?
Yes, right.
If a man reaches over and grab a knife from you, do you have any cuts in your hand?
Cuts?
Yeah, from me and him starting over a knife.
We didn't struggle over the knife.
How does someone reach over and take a knife? Obviously you got the handle in your hand, so if he takes it out, he got a blade, right?
Because I was on the tip of it, and it was a real sharp fillet knife.
Okay, it's a real sharp
so
knife.
I was way up at the top tip of it.
Right there, it's a real sharp knife.
So he had room to grab just the handle because the way I was on the tip of it.
Just the tip. Giggity.
It's a real sharp knife.
Yes, sir.
In your hand, the size that you are, if you're cutting meat, when he goes to grab your hand, grab the knife.
And I don't see him reach.
Okay. So what stops him from grabbing the blade if your hand is already covering the handle?
He grabbed the handle because I was at the tip.
He grabbed the handle and you grabbed it.
Because I didn't say I grabbed it. Yeah, exactly. I'm at the tip of the handle because it's real sharp. Cutting, and he just reached and grabbed the handle and snapped it from me.
Did you see the detective? I'm gonna play it again. Watch the detective on the left. Oh my God!
You grabbed it.
Because I didn't say I grabbed it. Yeah, exactly. I'm at the tip of the handle because it's real sharp. Cutting, and he just reached and grabbed the handle and snapped it from me.
Who the hell?
That's what happened. That's what I did.
How do you cut meat like this? Why would you not just grab the knife?
That's what he did. He reached and grabbed the handle.
You cutting?
Because it's so sharp, it was easy to cut the little black part off, like it's a butt roast.
I know.
So I had like some pieces I had cut off, and I was putting them on 2 buns of bread, and I was cutting the black part off, and I was way at the top. I was way at the top like this. I was slicing with the tip of it, cutting the black part off, holding the meat, and he just reached and grabbed it. I mean, there was nothing I could do. I didn't see him coming to grab it. All I knew, once he grabbed it, I knew he grabbed it once he grabbed it. I didn't see him grab it, like reaching for it. That's what happened, man.
That's your story. That's what you want.
That's what happened.
You want stuff.
Story. That's what happened.
What?
All right. Give us a minute. Give us a minute. I'll be right back in, okay?
Yeah.
And so they leave and they come back with something other than paperwork this time.
All right. Just go ahead and put your feet up on that chair right there.
So despite going to trial and sticking with his self-defense, how should I put it, self-defense tall tale, the jury would turn our suspect into a convicted murderer, sentencing him to a few decades in prison because of, well, a barbecue. That's right, over barbecue. If you could do me a huge favor, put down below how many months you've been following my channel. Oh, if you guessed Andre Brower earlier, you are a scholar and a gentleman, or a gentle lady. My wife has some pretty crazy content coming out of her channel as well. Don't forget to follow that link in the pinned comment to see what she's dropping for you. As for me, I'm out. looking for more crazy content from my YouTube family. But I'll catch you all again right back here on They Call Me. Till next time.